All right, welcome back to the channel. Got something special for you today, or at least special for me. We're working on the electrical finally in the generator building. So what is this, generator part 4? We've gotten to the stage. I still have, you can probably see behind me there, I still have some OSB to put on the walls, but it's more important to get electrical done. So let me show you what all's happening. From our generator down in here, we're gonna have power running through that conduit, going to the wall. So it's gonna go to the wall, up into that panel there. And then we're feeding a 200 amp panel here with that wire. And that is 3/0 wire going there, copper. All right, so we're gonna have a 60 amp breaker going from over to this panel, over the top, coming down to those two lugs right there at the top. Those are our generator input for our inverter. Then from our output, this is our output right there for our AC, and that goes to the house. So what we're going to do is we're going to come out of there, we're going to come over here to this panel right here on this wall. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want AC or inverted power to that panel, so then I can distribute it out to wherever I want. So that panel will then run back to the house wire, which goes down to the floor right there, and is plumbed all the way over, is trenched all the way to the house. Once I have all that in, all back to the house, then it's just a matter of wiring in the main panel at the house, all the outlets and everything there. So baby steps here, baby steps. Let's just start getting the wire run. So you can see I've already started. I cheated a little bit off camera and I started running the wire. And I've got it in that panel there. I got to finish putting it to the generator. Okay. And then hop over to the inverter, jump the wire to the inverter and to the panel. Okay, hopefully I explained that good enough. All there is to do is to get it done. So let's get some wiring done. I've got all kinds of different parts and pieces. I'm running everything in conduit, or at least that's the idea, is we're going to run it in conduit. So we'll see. All right, let's get started. Wired on that side. All right, so we got from this panel over to the charge controller inverter. Now you might be wondering why I'm running through a panel instead of going straight over. And the reason why is because this is a 28 kW diesel generator and it's way bigger than this system needs. So when I talked with our solar guys and we kind of talked about it, and they said it'd be smart, let's go to a main panel with the generator feed. And that way, if we want, we can pull off of this panel for strictly generator power and send it wherever we want. If I have a big shop with tools that I want to run, basically I can just auto start the generator and feed these big tools in my shop right off of this breaker panel. So I'm bringing in, you know, this wire here is rated for 300 amps. So, and this is a 200 amp panel. So I can pull a lot more off of this than I can off my inverter. This just gives me options by bringing it into here first and then taking it from here over And so we'll see what happens. I mean, it's just the extra cost of a panel, which is a couple $100, and maybe some extra wire, a little bit extra wire, which is nothing. But anyways, that's why I'm doing that. All right, now we got to figure out this situation here. This wire is really stiff to work with, so we are really going to need to get our act together here. Put these 2 screws in. Okay, so that's on there real good. That's going to go right there. Alright, it's looking good so far. Time to cut these off, I guess. Alright, we got the cable cutter. This stuff goes here, it's going to go in there. There we go. That'll hold it in place. All right, so in the generator we have a block here, and this block is 2 hots and a neutral. And so that's where we're going to be putting this. Should be quite interesting to try and get that in there. There's a little bit of room for play in here. Not much though. I think I'm probably going to cut these off again. Get them to a manageable length. We're going to go hot, hot, neutral. Oh, it looks like we could have went with a size down in wire for sure. All right, so we got power all the way to that panel right there. And over to our inverter charger. Now we're going to do this little panel here, and we're going to mount it over on the wall here, and we'll come across, and that's going to be what sends power to the house. There's that one. There's that. This will go in here, like so. All right, well, we're fighting this cable to get this sucker put up in here. All right. I'll pull, you push. Just keep it from binding up. You see, you got to straighten it out as best you can. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I don't even know what it's catching on, but here we go. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. I can't pull anymore for some reason. So connect the joints. Maybe that'll help. No, the lower one first. That helped. Perfect. Got it.
There you go.
Thanks. Thanks, butt cheeks. Yeah, that was a lot of work. One set of cables left to run. All right, I'm gonna take a vacuum. I'm gonna suck this string through this line, and then I'll be able to pull this Romex through there, but because it won't go through there right now. But this Romex line is what feeds all the outlets and the lights in this building. So that's the last piece I'm going to put here, and then everything should be wired in. We got batteries wired into the inverter, the generator wired into the inverter, and then we got out from the inverter to this panel. This is a 60 amp breaker and a 20 amp breaker here. 60 amps running in the house, 20 amps running here. We'll see how that pans out. That's quick. I just used a little piece of plastic bag, and it gives the vacuum a little more surface area to suck on. Some people, my electrician friends of mine, call it running the mouse through a line, or I don't know, various things, but makes it real nice and easy when it comes to trying to pull a wire through that you can't get through. Okay, now I'll just tie it on there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's kind of like a timber hitch. The way it's half hitches around there, so it sucks down tight on it. And then I'm just going to tape it on there. There, you got her. Perfect. That was the last thing to do in here. There we go. All right, guys, sorry about the lighting. I have to do what I have to do until I can get lights in here. But guys, I finished all the wiring in here as far as I know for the solar. So what we have is this here is PDP, right? So it's a power distribution panel. This is the inverter. This here is the charge controller. This is so we can use it on our phones and all that. This panel here sends power to the house and powers this building. This panel over here is strictly generator power. So the reason we put this panel in is because our generator is so big, we wanted the option to be able to pull off of this panel and just have generator power. So if I'm running big tools, something that's a really hard, massive draw, for instance, when we build our shop, we can run another line out of here. This is a 200 amp panel, and we can run multiple lines out of here and feed just off the generator for big power draws like that. So not saying that the solar can't run it, but it just gives us more options. The generator runs into this panel, and we have a main breaker, feeds 60 amp breaker running over to the inverter, because it takes 60 amps. 60 amp inverter, generator power here, battery power also goes in here, and in this panel here we can switch. That's generator. This one is grid if we had grid, but we don't, so we're here. This is inverter power. So this is strictly coming from the inverter, and then that feeds over to here and then distributes it out from there. Batteries come in here, charger and all that, all the fancy stuff. So the only thing left we have to do on this whole system is, in my infinite wisdom, I did not punch a ground before winter. So we need to punch a grounding rod and do an earth ground for the system outside, and I have to thaw the ground. It's going to be quite a hassle, but I'm hopefully going to have this done in the next day or two with my ground, and then we're going to send power to the house. I can't believe I just said that. We're going to actually have power to the house in a couple days. Probably in a day. Anyways, guys, stay tuned. We're going to flip a light switch in this video.
Alright, well, you can see behind me part of the roof shed off right there. You know what that means? Spring is here. So it's dripping pretty good. It's melting pretty good. So it's time for me to shovel off that camper over there. I want to get that snow off that camper before it gets too wet up there, and make sure we don't have any leaks for the spring here. I got to be a little bit more careful now that this is starting to come down, because yeah, I don't want to get squished. Oh, when the rest of it comes down, it's gonna be a mess. Luckily we have a tractor over there. Well, this is probably one of my least favorite chores. The reason why: I'm not a fan of heights. Even though it doesn't look very high, when I get up there it feels high. Not a huge fan of that. Well, that's done. Hopefully for the last time of the year. Yay!
All right, guys, it's an exciting time. We're almost there to power. Everything behind me is wired in. The only thing we're lacking is our ground rod. So obviously we're still frozen solid, so I got to go out. I'm going to take my big forced air heater out behind here, try to thaw the ground enough where I can punch the ground rod. Now I have a, if you don't know, it's a regular old ground rod. It's about 8 feet long and 5/8 copper rod, or I think it's copper anyways. I need to pound it down to the ground. So once I get my earth ground out the system, make it safe, once I punch that rod in, and we can get to the house. And I picked up some breakers today, 20 amp circuits. I'm gonna start wiring the house, start at least getting some of the outlets energized and stuff like that. I'm just super excited. It's just gonna be amazing. So stay tuned, guys. Hopefully we'll be flipping a switch on here before long. Let's get that ground rod punched in. All right, we got the big heater out, and we got the tubes running back here. All right, so we got the ground. We're just pushing it down to the ground. Ground rod's gonna go right in right here, right through the building right there. So we gotta push that heat down to the ground, or thaw that ground up, and just try to dig as much as we can. This rocky ground you see down here is what we're dealing with, and it's really hard to dig in. down there. See what we can get, see if we can get something dug up. We'll just keep heating it.
All right, you can see behind me here, I've got some doors staged up. In the house, we have 7 doors total. They're all wooden doors. So I'm gonna put this clear coat exterior sealer on them. And so I'm gonna start with these barn doors. So we have 4 doors that like have normal handles, normal doors, and then 3 of them are going to be just barn doors. The 1 is going to be for pantry, and then 2 are going to be for our bedroom and bathroom in the master suite. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get started on getting these all clear coated up. How does this thing open? Ouch. Ow. Look out, dog. Why are you always up in my business? That's not easy to open. There we go. Oh my goodness. What is this? Yikes. So I think this is ruined, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to ask Ryan, but I don't think this looks right, and it may have accidentally gotten frozen this year, so it looks like lard. I need your expert opinion. Yeah.
Holy cow.
So that looks like
What is this stuff? I mean,
it's a clear coat sealant.
1 coat exterior sealant clear. Where did we buy that?
Lowe's.
Oh, that was a waste of what, $200?
I don't know what this costs.
Guarantee it was $200. What did it do, freeze?
I think it froze, yeah.
Before we moved it,
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah. What a waste, because the paint worked fine and they were together.
Yeah, well, it's different stuff, but this is a
Well, I tried to stir it and I was like, wait a minute, this looks like lard.
rain. Yeah, you can't. Oh, that is weird. Did you try even painting it on?
No, why would I?
For decks, siding, fences. Is the whole thing like that?
Yeah, it's all the way to the bottom.
What the heck? That is weird. I gotta say, I've never seen anything like it. But you know what?
Alright.
Not supposed to freeze it.
Yeah. Well, bummer.
All-weather defense. Apparently, once you get it on.
Look how it just stands up.
I know,
It doesn't
it's
even fall
insane.
over. Do not freeze. Hazards of tow.
It says can be applied to both damp or dry wood. Oh yeah. Protect containers from freezing.
Alright, well, I ran to the store and picked up some of this stuff. So I'm gonna get back at it. Well, I'm not quite tall enough to reach up there comfortably. You can kind of see it's a stretch for me, so I got my little handy step ladder. Oops. Alright, now that looks a little better there. Oh yeah, that's what it should look like. Very nice.
You got foam brushes? Oh no.
No.
Well, that stuff's yellow too.
Yeah.
The other stuff was just a little coagulated.
Yes,
Huh.
it was.
Well, I'll tell you. Whoop.
Baby, I don't need that kind of help from you.
Oh. Love you.
Love you.
All right. I'm digging a hole with the tractor.
Oh, you are?
Yep.
Pretty. I like it. Looking good.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in.
Wow, that looks pretty. Now I just have to flip it around once it dries and do the other side, but I'll start on the other two. But look how beautiful it looks. Oh, it just brings out that color. I love it. I think that about does it. I love the color. It reminds me of honey. So beautiful. So I got one side done, let that dry, then I'll flip them and do the other side. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the results.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be a tight spot. There we go. There she blows.
Nice.
Like that. All right, guys, I'm standing at the main breaker panel for the house. This is going to act as a sub panel to everything that's out in the generator building. I pretty much have everything wired out there, and here is the ground. See this ground here? So this is a grounding wire that goes down to our well pipe, and we're grounding that against our 6-inch well casing that's driven into the ground 142 feet. That's a pretty standard practice for here. It's pretty good ground because it's a steel pipe filled with water, so it's a pretty significant ground. So this will ground out the system. So once I marry up the grounds here, the ground from this cable, which runs all the way back to the building, to the generator solar building, that'll ground back to that panel, and the grounds continue all through the system. I am trying to heat the ground outside the generator building because I failed to punch a ground rod out there in the fall. So I'm digging the ground out there slowly but surely. I'm going to have a ground rod put in out there, and we'll be able to ground that system there also. So, but for now, this ground should work. All right, so you can see right there, we drilled and tapped the well casing here to hold a screw. That's going to be our ground. It was a 142-foot well. I think it's 138 feet of pipe or something like that. I don't remember exactly what they went. Okay, that'll be our ground for now. Yeah, that'll work good. All right, well, I just temporarily wired in a couple of circuits here because I'm not finished with the walls up top where I have to drill down through and bring it inside the wall. Then I can actually land everything at the panel. But I temporarily set up just some circuits so I can test this out, and we can use power for a little bit. Well, we screwed up on a ground. I already found a problem. So right here, this panel here, I screwed up. Oh, hold on, let me turn you here. So the ground coming from this panel here, all this up here is AC, this down here is DC. I took the ground and I grounded it to DC. We need to bring it up here to the AC grounding bar. Neutral and ground here for AC. This is a negative bar. All right, guys, we're so excited, right?
Oh yeah, we're very excited.
So this is the commissioning ceremony, if you will, but we are about to commission this system. I think I got all the bugs worked out. Yep. So basically what it's gonna do is from the generator to the breaker panel right behind Vaughn's head, we're gonna turn the generator on, we're gonna go to that panel, I'm gonna check for 240. Once I have 240 confirmed, I'll turn the main breaker on. That will go to a 60 amp breaker. I'm going to check for 240 there. Then the 60 amp breaker will come over to the inverter. Again, I'll check for 240 there. Then we can turn on that breaker. We can turn on the inverters, or the inverter and the charge controller. Then we'll send power to the house panel, which you guys, it's not in the screen there, but the house panel. Okay. Then we check that for 240. And we can flip the breaker on and send power to the house. We're going to get her done.
We're going to do it. We're doing it.
All right, it's going to be loud.
Covering the ears. Here we go. You got your voltmeter thing?
Got my multimeter here. Volts AC. All right, so we're here at the house, and we should be getting 240 to this panel. Now, all you guys don't freak out about all these wires and stuff. This is super temporary, and we know what not to touch and what to touch. So, yeah, please don't leave a bunch of comments that this is unsafe. This is just simply a test. All right, we got volts here. We got power in here, power in here. Yep, 240. So
that's awesome.
At this point we have power to the house. I have none of the outlets are wired in, so we can't go any further than this, but we know we have power to the house.
Yeah.
So that's pretty exciting.
That's very exciting.
But I promised I promised to flip a light switch to work. So our main priority here is to get our refrigerator plugged in. So guys, it might not be a light switch we do, but we'll get something plugged into power. We're going to wire in our one wall outlets where it has the TV on it. The bedroom's going to get wired. So I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to start wiring some outlets in here, and we'll see if we can get some power to our refrigerator.
Woohoo! Good job, baby. First outlet going in. We're getting power to this refrigerator.
Yeah.
Right, baby?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Let me see. White goes to silver and black goes to gold? Or do I have it backwards?
No, you're right. White to silver, black to gold.
See, I was listening the other day.
Yeah, you were. Okay, so we're just gonna, like I said, everything else, we're just gonna temp this in here.
Temporarily.
There.
Alright.
Do you dare?
I feel
Okay,
the power.
the fridge is powered right now by generator, right? So you can see.
Tap on the screen.
Okay, so we're on generator power. I'm going to unhook it. We're going to discard this cord. We're going to plug her in right here. I'm going to push it back into place because I'm very confident.
You're so confident. I like the confidence.
Thanks. All right.
So is that on its own circuit?
Yep, it's on the circuit by itself. So here goes. We're going to go power that circuit on. So the main is off. So we're going to kick the main on. Now I got power to all these, but all the breakers are off, right?
Yeah.
So now I got to find the fridge. Here's the reefer breaker.
Okay.
So here's reefer's the top one.
Okay,
All
watch
right.
your fingers.
Okay, so it should be on now.
Oh.
Oh, there it goes. No way.
Oh my gosh! Open the door. Oh my gosh! Baby, you did it! How do you feel?
I'm so excited. I don't know what to say, but oh my goodness, we have power. This is going to change everything.
This is gonna change it all.
I don't even know what to think about that. That is crazy. All right, guys. Well, I've been busting my butt in that generator building trying to get to what we've got today. So we have power. The refrigerator is on our solar system, running off our batteries right now. The generator is charging the batteries. They had a little bit of, they discharged a little bit over the winter while the battery sat.
Yeah.
So those are charging right now, and it's all temp because we got to get the walls built. But how exciting, huh?
How exciting! I literally can barely. I'm like jumping in my little jumpsuit.
I can now. Now I just need to go out. I'm gonna put some outlets in, and we're gonna start. We're gonna get the generator, shut the generator off. We're going off the system.
We're going off of every morning, waking up and going out and starting the generator, and every night bringing it in.
It was we're gonna have to monitor the system. Obviously, this is brand new to us, so we just need to make sure we're watching for hiccups. I gotta obviously wire in everything more professionally and safe.
Yes.
But guys, I said we were gonna have power in this video, and by golly, we did it.
You did it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
awesome.
gonna start calling him Edison.
Edison, nice. You're funny.
Uh,
All right, we're all smiles over here, guys. Thanks for watching our videos.
one more little bit of business.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the last
yeah,
video we
top teas.
yeah, we had a gas detector. We said we were going to give away. So we did. We took all the comments of anyone who said they were interested in the gas detector, and we did a randomized SF Native Son. So SF Native Son, if you watch this video, I know you've been a subscriber of ours for quite some time. We really appreciate that, and please email us, contact us within a week, and we'll get your information and send it out to you. So congratulations to SF Native Son on winning the
Top Teas
leak detector, guys.
That was like a tongue twister.
Yeah, holy cow.
Top
Anyway.
Teas leak detector. Say that 5 times fast.
Holy cow. All right, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one.
All right, so we said we were going to turn a light on We got the refrigerator working.
Uh-huh. All of those.
All of the outlets along.
Sockets.
All of the outlets along that wall,
Yes,
including the TV, are on solar. All right, go check. Go flip a switch in your bedroom.
All right.
All right, flip it away.
Here we go.
Ah!
Baby!
There you go.
We have lights!
Now there's
Woo!
supposed to be a ceiling fan up here, but we temporarily just wired in one of the lights we have, so.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's
Whoa,
awesome.
Almost lost my glasses. Getting spicy.
What do you think? It's so bright.
It's so bright. Oh my gosh.
It's amazing.
It's incredible.
Life-changing. Really.
Life changing.
Life-changing.